A very good morning to you, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching us from. This is the Side Talk. Definitely, the whole of this month we've been talking about mental health. And on set, I have with me Pastor or Reverend Zachary Kariuki, who is helping me to handle the spiritual part of it. It's been a great journey, and we are hoping that you are learning. From our previous talks, definitely we've seen your interactions, we've liked them, and definitely we'd like you to, I would like us to inform us whatever you want us to discuss on that issue of mental health. Before we proceed to the Reverend, I would like you to inform you that we are live on YouTube and as well on Facebook. Kindly visit us on Facebook and YouTube. Put a like and leave a comment, and we'll get back to you. Welcome, Rev.
Thank you, Julius. I want to say hello to every one of us, wherever you are watching us from, in the country, outside the country. This is the month of mental health, and as we have a discussion or a talk on mental health, it's something that is cutting across and affecting us in our day-to-day life. And for that reason, I'm so happy to be invited to share and have a discussion on this talk because even to us who are in the studio, we really need this kind of a help. I'm Reverend Zachary Kariuki, the senior pastor of Redeemed Gospel Church, Heroes of Faith. We are located at Mudhama along Kikuyu Road in Dagoretti South, Sub-County, Nairobi County, and we are in Kenya. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rev. I would like us to pick it from where we left last time. We had talked about the definition of a mental health. We had talked about a personal story you shared with us. We had also, we reached at faith, feelings, and how the two can coexist. We even talked about David, and we talked about Jesus himself at Matthew 26:38, where Jesus said himself that my soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death. I'd like us to tackle either two more, then now we can move now to the particulars of every sector. Today I'd like us to talk about the practicals and the spiritual habits, whereby we can, I would like us to start by asking you, according to you as a pastor, what has helped you to stay mentally and spiritually healthy?
I think last time I talked about love, hope, and faith. And I would say that even in the greatest poem of love that was written by Paul to the church in Corinth, in Corinthians chapter 13, he spoke about love. And after talking about love and hope and faith, Paul mentioned that the three are the ones that will remain. That is hope, love, and faith. These three resonate around about our mental state. When we love healthily, it means that we are mentally okay. When we have hope, hope is a positive expectation where against all odds, you are holding on to a positive expectation. And also faith. Faith, it deals with the invisible, seeing the invisible, seeing the physical challenge from a spiritual perspective, or from a visibility platform that is practical and applicable. It can be solved. And therefore, personally as a pastor, the three has kept me in good mental health. Every day being positive, no matter what I am going through. I have a strong belief that things, what I am going through is temporary. There is a time that is coming, it shall be over, and I will be on the other side celebrating. Also, remaining, being full of faith, looking at faith and believing that whatever it might be overwhelming to my life, there is a supernatural power that will intervene. That is the power of God, because faith is all about believing in the existence of God, and a God who is all powerful, omnipresent, omniscient. When I have that kind of a faith, I know nothing is impossible here on earth. Jesus said, if you have faith in God, you shall speak to a mountain and command it to be transplanted and cast into the sea. And Jesus said, if you speak or pray that kind of a prayer of faith and you doubt not, definitely it will come to pass. I have seen many things coming to happen as per the kind of a faith I am professing. And I encourage everybody that to deal with mental issues. Mental issues are more spiritual than physical. You cannot go to a laboratory for a medical test on worry, anxiety, fear, such things. They are spiritual. And it is all about faith and being positive in this life. That's what has kept me, Julius, being at peace with myself and peace from without.
Mhm.
Thank you.
So, as you said, we as humans probably we take some of these things. Some of these mental issues, we take them physically, but the bigger part of it is spiritual.
Yes, the bigger part of our mental issues that we go through, it's spiritual. It has much to do with the state of our spiritual well-being.
Mhm.
Not much, to few percentage, it lingers around the physical and the natural. But the bigger part of it is in the spiritual.
Mm.
So we really encourage people to be balanced as we confront mental issues, to have faith, to approach it from a faith perspective, and also from a medical or a psychological perspective. It will, once we balance the three, we really overcome whatever things we are going through.
Nice.
Yes.
You've talked about psychological, psychology and all that, and I've just remembered that before we took a break on our last recording, the break that we had, I've just remembered that you are now a certified psychologician, if there is a word like that.
Psychological counselor.
Psychological counselor.
Yeah.
So definitely, when we are discussing it, we are not discussing it out of not understanding. We discuss it with wisdom,
Yeah.
and also with the knowledge of what it takes.
Yes, yes. I did my psychological counseling diploma course,
Mhm.
which I graduated,
Mhm.
and so I am talking also from a professional perspective as well as from a spiritual, because I
Wow.
also, in theology,
Mhm.
we did a course on Christian counseling. So I have the secular counseling knowledge, and also I'm also talking from a spiritual counseling background.
Nice.
Yeah, I combine the two because they are part of us. As much as we are spiritual, we are also physical beings.
Congratulations, Percy.
Thank you.
And I hope we will continue sharing this knowledge with us.
Thank you.
I'd like us to move and probably ask you, for the people who are passing through these mental issues, what can you recommend, or what can you tell them to seek, or where can you recommend them to seek assistance and help?
Well, much of these psychological, mental problems, either people can be referred to a qualified counselor to give counseling therapy to such a people. It can also be referred to a spiritual leader with a counseling background can also be of great help. And in the worst scenario where there is the mental issue is a bit acute, or it is beyond, it can be also be referred to a mediatrix. That is a psychiatric, somebody who from a medical background who can be able to also diagnose and or give some conventional drugs to assist in the matters of mental problem. So the three are very important: the psychologist, a counselor, or a psychiatrist, a doctor, or even a spiritual leader who has a psychology kind of training as part of their theology. They really help in addressing mental issues.
Nice.
Yeah.
And probably there are some people who are watching us and they are silently struggling with mental issues, and some of them probably would not get a chance to attend or to be attended to in those facilities or spiritually and all that. What word of hope can you give to them?
Well, I would say that not necessarily all of us mental issues can be taken to a professional in addressing or assisting in those issues. There is a way also we can also do therapy on ourselves. We can address ourselves and redress ourselves until we come out of the mental issues. And when it is a personal therapy, probably there are issues, some things that we can do and get out of these mental problems. One, enough sleep. Times you can check on whether your mind is so stressed, and you know the way to relieve mind is to have enough sleep. And enough sleep for an adult is between it takes between 7 and 8 hours if you are able to sleep well. When you are falling into the deeper sleep and you are unconscious, your brain or your mind is relieving itself. It's just like how you feel like what you do when you are under biological pressure. You get into a toilet and relieve yourself, the boils, and when you are coming out, you are very fresh. Now the way to relieve the weightier matter that is weighing down and causing burnouts in our brain, it is by falling into that deep sleep. Not the sleep that we fall into, you are half awake, half asleep. It is you are really lost in the world of dreams, world of sleep. When you wake up from such a kind of a sleep, you are, number one, you are very relieved, you are refreshed, and the stress that was in the brain, it's already gone. Second, there is also induced sleeps. Times we induce sleeps when we realize that our brain is not ready to relax, we are under tensed. We are tensed. We can take a Piriton or maybe a sleeping pill that will make us to fall asleep. We induce sleep on ourselves. Thirdly, we can address our mental issues by doing exercises. Times when we engage ourselves in thorough exercises, we find ourselves getting a relief from the tensions and the uneasiness that is within our mind, and there we relax. And fourthly, we also do change the work. You know, sometimes weariness and mental issues are brought about by pressures from the place of our work. Either we can take a leave, and to take a leave, it doesn't mean that you spend the whole day on the bed sleeping because you are on a day off or on a leave. It is you change what you have been doing. If you have been doing accounts, now you can go to the nearby shamba, the garden, home garden, and cultivate, plant something. You can go out to watch the nature, to stand on a high place and see the wonders of the nature. When you are in such a state, you find yourself, you are becoming mentally sober. And also quietness. Get into a quiet place. There are times the pollution that is in the air, the noise pollution, also can create a mental problem. Julius, if you look at some animals, if you make a lot of noise to some animals, even if they are friendly, they become violent because the pollution has destabilized their peace, and they feel insecure, ready to react. The same thing with us human beings. There is somebody who can wake up with the bitterness, anger. Nobody provoked them, but because of the noises that are surrounding them, it became infectious. Times also the music we play. You know, with the young generation, we love boom boom music, where you put on the woofers and the ground shakers, and if you remain and you are playing a rock music, the hard music, definitely it will affect your spiritual and emotional balance. And you might be provoked by a small thing, and you react in a way that nobody would understand. Why did you react in such a manner? It is because of the noise pollution. That's why people retreat. Go for a nature walk amidst trees. Listen to the birds of the air singing. Go and see a waterfall somewhere. Go and enjoy the nature. You'll find you remain in good health. So do not forever stay in a noisy, a place polluted with the noise. Times retreat and go to a quiet place. By so doing, you can minister to yourself and come out of your mental issues and problems. You'll find also among the Hindu religion, there is what they call yoga meditation. Meditations are very healthy, especially to us when we are addressing mental issues.